His final appearance in green and gold, Tim Cahill never wanted it to end. 2 hours after full time, he still hadn't left the field, signing every autograph, taking every photo.
This is the reason why, you give so much on the pitch. If you give the same off the pitch, then, I can have a relationship with these fans forever because they've done so much for me.
The biggest embrace, saved for his biggest supporter, Mum.
There's the Queen. That's why.
Rarely before has an 80th minute substitute received a reception like this.
For one final time, it is Timmy time.
Cahill granted an emotional farewell in his home city. There wasn't a goodbye goal, but it mattered little. Tributes flowing from his teammates, tears from his family.
I'll always be a mentor or somebody that looks over the team. Even the A-League, I'll be there to help everyone and just watch and enjoy football now. As one
Socceroos striker signed off, another announced his arrival.
Boyle deflection in!
Scotsman turned Aussie Martin Boyle scoring a double on his starting debut. Luke Dufficy, NBN News.
Sharks coach Shane Flanagan might not have to look far to cover the loss of Valentine Holmes. In fact, he's living under the same roof. Flanagan's son Kyle may be the big winner from Holmes' decision to try out for the NFL.
More controversial than Valentine Holmes' decision to defect, Paul Gallen's call to ban his teammate from the NRL for breaking his deal.
Do you back what he says, what Paul Gallen says?
Oh, look, I really understand Gal's, those thoughts on those areas, and he's always going to speak his mind and how passionate he is. So, from my perspective, you lose players through injury, you lose players they go to other clubs. It's not the timing thing is probably the most disappointing thing for me. But in the end, we'll get on with it. There'll be a young kid come in.
That kid could easily be Flanagan's son, Kyle. Matt Moylan made his name at fullback and could switch back there, opening a place for Kyle in the halves.
Is he ready?
Yeah, he's ready. He played a game last year, and the coaching staff was sort of pushing me to play him a little bit earlier than we did, and he performed well in that game, and I was really pleased the way he played. And then he's had a really good off-season. He's had some rest, and he's put on a bit of size, and he'll train really hard in the off-season, and he'll get an opportunity to train with Chad Townsend because Matty Wallen's had surgery.
The obvious comparison, Ivan and Nathan Cleary, the famous father-son combination at the Panthers.
Will it be hard to coach your son at a first-grade level if that happens?
No, as I said, I look forward to the challenge, and I think Ivan's the same. If a young bloke's going to play first grade and you're a first grade coach, you'd rather it be with you than against you.
The Sharks say they'll wait until after Christmas to spend the $800,000 that Holmes has freed up.
Someone like Alex Johnson's been mentioned. Sean Johnson's been mentioned. I mean, have you thoughts on either of those players?
Well, look, both quality players, and really be great acquisitions to our club. But we haven't spoke about, actually approaching those type of players. Both are on contract.
Danny Weidler, NBN News.
Shane Warne believes the Australian cricket team is playing it safe and says it needs to get its mongrel back.
I think they just got to play the Australian way, and that is to be tough, uncompromising, but above all fair. I think at the moment they're playing sort of with a handbrake on. They need to release the handbrake, play with some freedom, and if they mess up and get out, so be it.
Warne was playing in the Pro-Am for the World Cup of Golf, which starts tomorrow. Our live coverage begins from midday. Ahead in sport, Jamie Wincup hoping to spoil the Falcons' farewell party in Newcastle.
Sale. For 3 days only, save half price on Maybelline, Revlon, L'Oreal, Rimmel, Nude by Nature, NYX Professional Makeup and more. Plus get 30% off Napoleon Curtis Cosmetics. Hurry, Priceline's half price cosmetic sale ends this Friday. Are you thinking al fresco and looking for something simple? Call HV Aluminium.
Are you looking for something stylish? Call HV Aluminium.
Or are looking for ideas to design something stunning?
If you're thinking al fresco, call or visit HV Aluminium New Lantern, 1-800-801-572.
Coles brand Christmas hams are all smoked over beechwood. Award-winning and all absolutely delicious.
Now that's perfection.
And lovers cheer.
Your Christmas smoked ham is here.
Things are happening in Coles.
Spicy.
Hungry Jack's Grill Masters thick, juicy flame grilled Angus with cheese, bacon, spicy chipotle sauce and crispy fried jalapenos. Hungry Jack's new Grill Masters Spicy Chipotle.
McDonald Jones are proud to announce our new luxury upgrade package. With added sophistication and decadence, it's a package in a class of its own. Discover more at a display home today.
Welcome to Norco Country. Here at Norco, we know it's hard to improve on natural perfection. But with our finest range, Norco's fresh, delicious milk just got even better.
On your girls.
High in cream, protein and taste, we're proud to say it's the best milk we've ever made. And when you buy a bottle of Norco milk, you're 100% supporting our local Norco dairy farmers.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this.
Norco, 100% Aussie dairy farmer owned since 1895, and now available at Coles.
That's why I pick Woolies for Christmas.
At this time of year, you've got better things to think about than business cash flow. Keep your business moving with the Prosper Business Loan. No repayments until 6th of January 2019. Apply today.
He snatched the supercar crown out of Scott McLaughlin's grasp at last year's Newcastle 500. Now Jamie Whincup predicts the 2018 title will be decided in a similar fashion. The showdown is fast approaching, with the teams heading town today.
As the high-powered machines touched down in Newcastle today, so too did their drivers. Jamie Whincup back where he claimed his 7th Supercars title, a win decided on the last lap of the season.
I've got unbelievable memories here. Thankfully I didn't get done by a shark in the harbour. Thankfully I didn't catch some disease getting in the fountain. To live to fight another day. It was a fantastic weekend, and every time I come back to Newcastle I got a smile on the face, and I'll be able to have that for the rest of my life.
While Whincup will be back to hunt down more titles this weekend, he's a teammate first and foremost. The 2018 crown is between the man he beat last year, Scott McLaughlin, and his Red Bull partner, Shane Van Gisbergen.
Hopefully he's the quickest car here, and I'm second. I can get in between the two and try to take some points away from 17. For 2 teams and 2 drivers and 4 engineers, it's going to come down to this weekend, and most likely Sunday afternoon.
Whincup is 3rd in the rankings, just ahead of Craig Lowndes, but that battle is the last thing on his mind, ahead of the supercar great's retirement.
I think we should make this a celebration of a fantastic innings, not just from a motorsport personality, but from an Australian, sporting icon.
The Ford Falcon is another icon driving into the sunset this weekend, set to be replaced by the Mustang.
Obviously, sad day for the sport that the Falcon will be no more, but we're all pretty excited about the Mustang. So really, it's what's coming around the corner that we're all excited about at the moment.
It's also Mark Winterbottom's final outing with Tickford Racing.
There'll be a small moment to reflect on what's happened over the last 13 years. And obviously we wish Mark well with his endeavours, and as long as he's behind us in the future, that's the most important thing.
Samuel Jordan, NBN News.
While the Newcastle 500 poses a serious challenge to any driver, for the Hunters' Amy Michella, it's going to be downright daunting. The hill climb racer will see several firsts when she contests the Toyota 86 round. We're used to seeing Michella tear up the track solo. But on Friday, she'll share a circuit for the first time since her go-kart days as a teenager, all while making her debut on the streets of Newcastle and in the Toyota 86 series.
I went down to Wakefield Park late September, did a test drive, I didn't crash it, so they suggested that perhaps I could give it a crack.
Marcella says the Toyota is hugely different to her regular race car.
It took me a good half day to even find the brake pedal. These things still run with ABS braking, and they're fairly gutless in comparison to what I have run with before.
Fellow Hunter driver Aaron Russell will make his Super Utes debut following just one test day in Sydney 2 weeks ago.
You sit very high up on the road because it's a ute, and 2 tonnes, so very heavy. Braking's very similar to a supercar, to be honest. There's no ABS or anything like that, no brake booster, so you got to push the pedal quite hard.
Like most drivers in the support categories, Aaron was busy at his day job this morning as the Tickford racing team dropped by for a visit. Despite his inexperience in the ute, he knows his track knowledge will help.
Doing it in the supercar last year, I think, really prepares me for this year. Things will be happening a little bit slower, and hopefully we can make the ute pretty fast.
It's a similar story for Charlotte Pointing, who drove an Aussie racing car last time around.
I know a few of the guys in the series haven't raced at Newcastle. They didn't race here at Newcastle last year, so hopefully that'll be a bit of a leg up.
She's keen to test the front runners after sitting back during her first Super Utes appearance at Bathurst.
Definitely chucked ourselves in the deep end there. Didn't get any testing in beforehand, and I've never been on the track before, so it was a big learning curve, but we had a great time.
The Jets travel to Western Sydney on Friday night, searching for their first win this A-League season in what is also the Wanderers' first home game, but they're not expecting Newcastle to be intimidated by that.